節目由威善高競選團隊贊助播出。歡迎返嚟明日會客廳。So Senator Wienner, could you please tell us about affordable housing in San Francisco? What have you done? And also to the whole California.
Yeah, we have a huge shortage of housing. We just have not built enough new homes over the last 50 years. This is definitely true in San Francisco and the Bay Area and throughout the state of California, and increasingly through many parts of the country where the cost of housing is through the roof and people are paying half or even more of their paycheck for rent or for a mortgage, and it's not sustainable, and it increases homelessness, and it hurts especially low-income and working-class people, and people's children cannot remain in the community where they grew up because they can't afford to be there. It's a big problem. And so we have worked very hard, and I've worked very hard to try to make it easier to build new homes because we've made it way too hard in California. And so we have passed laws to expedite permits so that people don't have to wait years to get a permit if they want to build new housing. We have required cities to be more proactive in planning for new housing and figuring out where to put the new housing and then make it easier to get that housing built. It is a problem that is a real threat to our economy and to jobs, and that is why Kamala Harris, as presidential candidate, is now talking about the need to reduce red tape for new housing.
That's very good. Yeah, that's very important. The shortage of housing, especially so expensive in the city. 咁啊，頭先咧就威士高議員咧就提到啦，就關於呢個三藩市甚至成個加州都有呢個房屋短缺嘅問題。咁啊，房屋短缺咧就導致咧就呢個買屋啦或者係租屋咧就越嚟越貴。咁對於好多尤其是低收入或者工薪階層嗰啲人士嚟講咧，就分分鐘咧就可能要用超過佢一半嘅人工咧，就嚟到交呢個房租或者交呢個貸款嘅。咁所以咧，佢咧就有鑑於此咧，佢咧就提出咗精減呢個房屋許可證，亦即是嗰個 permit 啦。咁令到咧就即係可以即係嗰啲承建商咧就可以盡快咧就起多啲屋嘅。咁另外咧就亦都咧就即係同三藩市合作啦，就係令到咧就呢個城市規劃咧就更加完善，咁啊就可以供應更加多嘅房屋。咁如果供應多咗嘅話咧，咁希望價錢咧就冇上升得咁快。姑勿論喺租屋或者買屋方面。So what have you done in the past so many years, especially ever since the pandemic? There were a lot of issues with AAPI hate. What have you done in that sense and also eliminate hate crime of any kind?
Yeah, and I mean, we need to be very clear that hatred against our Asian American communities, including our Chinese American community, has always been here. As long as I've lived in San Francisco for 27 years, I have been heard about and read about and met people who've experienced it, but attacks on our Asian American communities, particularly seniors who get assaulted, whether it's in Chinatown or Visitation Valley or another neighborhood. And it's really just disgusting. People should not have to live in fear. And during the pandemic, it got worse, in part because Donald Trump started talking about the quote-unquote Chinese flu and demonizing Chinese people for COVID, and it was really just terrifying to have that kind of hate that then led to even more violence. And so we have worked hard to support the police in terms of making sure that they can arrest and prosecute people for committing these crimes. I know that our district attorney, Brooke Jenkins, whom I support, is very focused on making sure there's accountability. We have taken various steps in the legislature around making sure we have the right data to track these hate crimes, and we've strengthened our hate crime laws in general, which affect the Asian community, the Jewish community, LGBTQ people, all sorts of people who are impacted by hate crimes. And so, it does at least seem like there's been some progress being made locally, and I know the police department is very focused on keeping people safe, and they have my full support.
Okay, let me summarize. 咁頭先威善高議員咧就提到咧，就係即係大家都知道啦，尤其是疫情之後咧，就即係呢個針對亞裔嘅仇視犯罪活動咧就越嚟越猖獗嘅。咁其實咧佢就指出咧，佢喺呢個灣區啦27年以嚟咧，其實仇視針對亞裔嘅仇視咧就不停都有發生嘅。咁當中咧，尤其是係針對呢個長者嘅襲擊啦。咁當然咧就因為疫情之後咧，就由於前總統Donald Trump 咧就提到，即係將嗰個疫情咧就將佢叫做係中國流行疫情啊，即係等等呢啲咁嘅名稱，咁令到好多人咧就更加咧就覺得呢個病毒咧係由呢個唐人帶入嚟嘅。咁當然咧就佢咧就做咗好多工作啦，就希望咧就即係可以同譬如地檢官啦 Jenkins 合作啦，嚟到打擊呢個犯罪活動啦，就定義呢個仇視犯罪活動啦，咁亦都咧佢咧有同唔同嘅社團合作啦，就希望咧就係可以大家咧就更進一步打擊呢個仇視犯罪活動嘅。咁當然咧就呢個仇視咧就喺今年嚟講咧就已經即係呢啲犯罪活動咧就已經減少咗嘅。咁我哋依家咧就進入另外一段廣告。